Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Imagination Megapark. Now first off, I want to thank you all for all the comments and likes you left on the video for the new OpenRC2 theme song. I'm really happy that all of you liked it. And it was also really fun that Alistair Brimble also came in to comment on the video and some of your questions. So yeah, I'm really happy that we did that. I'm really happy with the response and I'm glad you all like it. Now, I had some problems with some objects in this map, but Fitwell came out to help me with that. So first of all, I want to thank him for doing that. He's a really cool guy. Check out his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the video description. Okay, in this episode, I want to focus once again on this area over here with the Misery Marsh. Now, first off, yeah, one of you, the Shack, I believe, suggested to me to put a black ground texture under the paths. I did try it out and I like it a lot more. So that's what I'm going to quickly do first. Alright, thanks a lot for the suggestion, and I do think it looks a lot better. Yeah, I think it definitely blends in the landscape a bit more, even though it's very dark right now. Yeah, in the place where I haven't built yet, I will keep the ground texture like this, but as I continue, I will change more into this really dark black color. I quite like it. Okay, there's two other things that I want to do in this episode. First one is that I want to make a Ferris wheel over here, but it will not be a normal Ferris wheel, but it will be a haunted Ferris wheel. So what I'm going to try to do is to make it speed up, slow down several times, move backwards. So it will not be a normal, boring Ferris wheel experience. And then second, I want to work on another station for this air balloon ride. So I want to make something over here. I think a big temple will look really cool. But yeah, first things first, let's start work on this Ferris wheel. Alright, here we now have our haunted wheel. Now, it took quite a long time to actually get this to work correctly. You don't see it in the time lapse, of course. But I actually went through several iterations of this ride. Had lots of issues. But finally, I sort of got it working. So here you can see this Ferris wheel using all these multi-dimension coaster cars. So I tried to just keep them upright most of the time. So you can see the seats actually rotate a bit throughout the track. And something which you can also see is that the vehicles change direction every now and then. I did this by making a control track underground with the ride in shuttle mode. And whenever they then reach a dead end, they will reverse direction. Also put a bit of track with chain lift, so at some point they speed up a bit. So there's a few special effects in this ride, but I'm happy I finally got this ride working. Now it isn't done, of course. I still need to do quite a bit of landscaping around this ride. Yeah, I think what I will focus on now is to do some landscaping, not just around the ride, but also in this area as well. Alright, I did some more decorating around this area, added a few more swamps, a path that will lead to the next area which still has to be built, and some more foliage along the edges. Now, as I was doing this, I noticed that guests aren't actually able to get on this ride. It also doesn't properly calculate stats, as most of these are still 0. I had to fake these stats in, so... yeah, looks like I've got some fixing to do. So, yeah, I will just do this fixing quickly off camera, so guests can actually get on this ride. I have a fairly good idea of what's wrong. And then after that, I will work on this air balloon station over here. Alright, it took some work, but you can now see the guests actually riding this Ferris wheel. Or, well, sort of Ferris wheel. It's a little bit more intense and it goes quite fast in the end. I think it is a really nice addition to this area, and I'm happy that it finally works properly. Alright, with that done, I will now focus my attention on this tower. I think I will transform this into a really cool looking temple. I think that would really be a nice eye catcher for this area. Alright, here you can now see the big pyramid that I built for this area. I did tidy up a little bit after the recording, so here in the top the flames look a little bit less messy. I put some of these cauldrons below the flames. I think this will work pretty well. And here at the bottom I added some of these dragon statues to the entrance of the pyramid. And you can also see it here at the top where the air balloons enter and leave. So yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out. It's pretty easy to build with these temple pieces. And it's yeah, pretty easy to get a nice result using them. I think this in the end works out pretty nicely. Of course, for the guests, probably less fun to actually get up here, but yeah, it's fine. It's mostly obscured anyway. But yeah, definitely a good eye catcher for this area, I think. Now, I may still play with this a little bit. I might also extend paths from all 4 sides of the pyramid. That probably could be something that's feasible here. But I'll have to see about that. For now, it will just be one path that continues through the pyramid. Now, I'm really happy with the additions that I made in this episode. So over here we have this haunted wheel, which actually reverses direction every now and then. And which also has the guests sitting in these seats next to the track, which also rotate a bit. And then of course there's this big pyramid, and also added some more scenery around the area. So I think this area is coming together really nicely. Now I also added an entertainer here on the top as a ride attendant, so I will now name him after one of my patrons. Alright, thank you Clayton H for supporting me on Patreon, it's really appreciated. And yeah, if you also want to support my channel, and there's a link to my video in the, or a link to my Patreon channel in the video description. Alright, that was going to be it for this episode. To end this episode, let's just go watch this Ferris wheel for one cycle. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please consider giving it a like. It would really help out my channel. I'll see you again in the next video. See you later.